So we've recently bought this 2004 Honda Stream, and one of the things with these Japanese import cars in New Zealand is that the radios that they come from tend to not pick up our local stations, obviously. And so one of the things that I wanted to do here was to at least put either a new radio or a band expander in. And it's fairly challenging actually getting access to the radio, so I thought I'd quickly make a video because I couldn't find anything online that described the process, and then thereby hopefully help someone else out who is struggling with the same thing. So the first step was, or basically your objective is to get this thing off, this cover which basically goes around the radio, and the first step in the process was to take the carrier out, which is fairly easy. Let's just show you here. Looks like this. Basically what it has got is two screws that hold these things down the bottom, these little hinges, and it also had two little clips that basically go through the sides with little rubbers that make it sit in the right place. It's fairly self-explanatory. Now the next step then was to reach around, and you'll see that this gear lever surround basically had it's got these little plastic clips that look, metal clips that go into plastic spaces. They look like that one over there, and basically I reached around and just pushed as hard as I could with my fingers on this clip up the top corner, which then made that pop out. So I was then able to just slowly pull the rest out, just have the car in neutral or one of the lower ones to keep the gear lever out of the way. You don't have to take that completely off or disconnect any of the wires, that can just hang there. The next step is this bit up here had two screws, one there and one there, holding it into the car. And what you want to do obviously is take those screws out and then slowly work your way around, and unfortunately you have to apply a little bit of force to get this thing off, and you should see then that'll come right off, and it's just got two big plugs that plug into the back of those things there, and then should be fairly straightforward. Just a couple of screws on either side to take the radio mount out, and then you can either fit a new radio or your band expander. Okay, just a quick update before I put the radio back in. So I've got the band expander wired in, and you can see it back there. I've tucked it in and cable tied it in behind a big loom there. On this particular radio it had one of the standard antenna plugs, but don't assume yours will be the same, because it's quite possible that yours might use the square Honda plug. And I've got the 12 volt feed for the band expander from the loom going to the radio, and you want to connect that to the accessory lead, and on this particular car it was the yellow and red wire. You can kind of see it right there, second one in from the corner. It's yellow and red. It might look a bit orange on the video. So yeah, now basically just plug it all back in, and job should be done.